Hello, and I'm Adam Knight, and this is my first ever attempt at an LP. If you're wondering what an LP is, it's a Let's Play. It's where jerks sit behind a keyboard, play a game, and talk about it the whole time. And apparently, they're pretty enjoyable. If you're wondering why I'm doing this, my friend Mark put me up to it. He loves these things, and apparently has this idea that everybody else should too. And not only should they love them, they should also start doing them. So Mark, this is for you. If it sucks and everybody hates it, everybody can blame you. Alright, I picked Final Fantasy III as my first ever attempt at this. Why? Just because I love the game. It's really, as far as Final Fantasy goes, it's probably right up there in my top 3 favorite games in the series. My favorite will always be 7. Yeah, I hear everybody moaning right now. It's so overrated. I don't care what you think. I love it. That's all that matters right now. Anyway, right now you're seeing a little bit of the backstory, about the only backstory you're going to get for now. There's a little prophecy, sort of like the first game. Alright, now it's time for us to name our characters. First guy's going to be named Adam, because that's me. And yes, you have to go down to this little corner here, and you have to fill out every blank to get it to go to the next person. The NES games were just like that for some reason. Here's my friend Gib. Last name, his real name's Jason, last name Gibson, but everybody calls him Gib, so that's what he'll be called here. Go through there. Next we have my good friend Andrew. He's probably going to kill me knowing I put him in a Final Fantasy game. But hey, at least you got a shout out in this, right? And lastly, we're going with Mark. I'm putting him in the last spot, and he is going to be my mage, my white mage in particular. He's making me do this, so I'm going to make him the girliest looking characters. At one point, he's going to be able to wear a cat hood. You're welcome, Mark. Alright, here we go. And you're introduced to the heroes. Ouch, we fall into a pit. Shucks. That's the fan translation for you. Yep, they're orphans. 4 orphans. What a coincidence, huh? Well, here we go. Final Fantasy III was never released in the United States. Well, not in its original form. It was for the DS. And many people consider that the far inferior version of the game. Me, I liked it. But it was good. It wasn't the best. I mean, I like this better, but oh well. What are you gonna do, right? And if you see those flashing numbers above the goblin's head there, that just means the person who has targeted him. I kind of like that addition to this game. You'll also notice that this is the first Final Fantasy. I'll show you as soon as somebody kills this. See, in the Final Fantasy 1, if I would have killed that, all the next 3 all would have missed as they swung at an empty space. But here, aha! You see Andrew switch to the next targeted line. Great addition. Tell you, that annoyed me so many times playing Final Fantasy 1. I mean, it made no sense. You swing, you kill the guy, you're going to turn and swing at the other guy. You're just not going to sit there and swing at a big empty spot, are you? Alright, we found us a potion. And now we can actually take control. Pushing the select button here, you can switch to color. Here you go. Whenever you have jobs, you can switch, to a different person, just for aesthetics. Go open some chests. Potion. Ooh, another fight. And if you're wondering why there's 2 red guys, I've been told it's because it's of sprite color limitations. If you saw me switching on the map screen, you saw that the 4th guy was purple. Apparently he's supposed to be kind of purplish looking, but because of the sprite colors, they just had to be red. So we have 2 red guys. But it won't matter once we change the jobs, because then they'll all just look the basic sprite. Alright. And when I was doing my practice runs, you see how I'm missing there? When I was doing my practice runs, the very first time I tried this, I missed 3 times in a row. And I was like, okay, that's a nice start to my Alpine career here, is missing for everybody to see. Alright, let's go ahead and kill these guys. Hurry up. There we go. Alright, level up. Now you want to kind of get through here without leveling up too much, but you also don't want to run away from any fights. See, in this game, running away is very, very bad. Not only do you not get experience, but the second you hit run, it takes your defense down to nilch. That's right, 0. So as you're trying to run away, enemies basically get a huge shot on you. You'll die easily in one turn for most of the later monsters. So really, running is not really that big of a choice in this game. Unless that's the only thing you have left, I wouldn't run. And you see me equipping these shields when I have Onion Knights. That's probably the last time you're going to see me equipping shields. This game, attacking just works a lot better. You want to get as much power in as fast as you can with some of these enemies, especially the later ones. Shields just do not offer enough, in my opinion. So just go all out attack. And a miss. And another miss. Like I said, great start to my LPing career, right? Ooh, an Adam is. Get off his own health there. I want to keep him alive. I don't want to level up too much, but I do want to keep him alive, you know? Alright, I think this is just a particularly little tough fight early in the game. So I can get past this and go heal up. There's another big hit. Ouch. I love how he just attacked the 2 people I didn't put a shield on. Alright. It's kind of weird how that game does that. Let's go get this chest. And we found our first usable item. When you use it, it works like magic. In this case, it's ice. And what would you know? The first boss that we're about to fight is weak to ice. Big coincidence, huh? Oh, ouch. Another one of these things. Come on, don't kill anybody. I'd hate to start out my LPing career with a dead body walking around my party. Oh good, he hit the shielded guy. Come on out. Now, if I was doing this... Ooh, he's getting low on health. He's crying. Great, Adam is crying for everybody to see. Now, okay, like I was saying, if this wasn't my first ever attempt, I'd probably be fast forwarding through these fights, like I see most people do when they do this. But since it's my first ever try, it's really pretty much like a practice run, you're gonna have to sit through them. Sorry. Alright, you'll see that chest, but I need to go heal, because Adam's over here crying. Baby. Alright. As you can see, that spring right there completely heals you. Get the chest for another south wind. Like I said, the boss is weak to those items, so really, as long as you don't come in there with like one hit before you die, you're going to beat the boss in one turn if you use items. So it's really not that big of a deal, but you know, better safe than sorry here. As you can see, they've all leveled up, but their max HPs are different. Just part of the randomness of the game. I wouldn't worry about it too much. There's a trick where and if you get the jobs, before you're about to level up, you switch to a monk, and that maximizes the HP gain. I'm not going to do that because you see that little stat right there, capacity. That's how you switch jobs in this game. Yeah, switching a job costs capacity. It's really more of a pain. Sometimes you'll get in the spots in the game where you'll find that you don't have enough capacity to switch, so you got to fight a bunch of random battles. It's really kind of asinine. So a lot of times when I play this game, I'll put in a cheat that'll give you max capacity. That'll be the only thing, just so I can switch between jobs and play with them. I don't know. And if you're wondering, this indeed was the first Final Fantasy with the job system. You'll find that out soon enough. Alright, and as you can see by the glowing orbs of death that attacked us, here is our first boss battle, the land turtle. find it kind of funny that in layer games like the Animantoises, the turtles like this are usually, you know, the bigger, higher up enemies. And here he's just a little first boss who we could defeat with 2 South Winds. Now, if we were playing some kind of challenge, like a single character challenge or only the opening jobs, you can only select the opening jobs challenge, I would say save these items. And some people might say save them anyway, but I'm going to go ahead and use them. Just get through this fight really fast. Since I'm going to be using the real jobs and not, you know, limiting myself, I'm just going to go ahead. And there we have it. See, 1 turn, not barely a scratch. And the first boss of Final Fantasy III has been defeated. Walk up here, talk to the crystal, and there you'll have pretty much what your mission. Crystal tells you you're 4 orphans, you've been chosen to save the world. And everybody just accepts it too. And here, much like Final Fantasy 1, I'm not sure about Final Fantasy 2, I'll have to go look it up, but much like Final Fantasy 1, it's after you defeat the first boss where you get the credits. Or this little opening credit, I don't know what you want to call it, I just call it the credits. Because this is a ROM, in case you're wondering, you'll see that we have a fan's translation on it. If you're looking for the game, I always get the Neil Corlett and Some to Freak version of it. To me, that's what I've played all these years, and to me that's the best translation I've found of it. Now, I found some other ones that seem like they're further along in development, but they have little graphical glitches. And this one is the one I've pretty much found that's just, as far as I can tell, it's perfect. So if you're looking for it, pick this one. And there's that Neil Corlett that I was talking about. Some to Freak the translator. I think usually it goes on longer than that, but I think for the benefit of the people playing this game, they cut it out, which I like. Well, they did. And right after this, you'll be able to switch jobs, but that'll have to be wait for another video since this is kind of coming to an end. If it would hurry up, it is. And there we have it. That was my first attempt at an LP. If it sucked and it was horrible, you can blame Mark, J. Jinrai. But again, don't ever call him that. Never. It's Mark, J. Jinrai. Stupid. Alright, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.